Make I no carry una go where una no go no.
If they carry me, they go where I don't know.
Oh why? I'm bad.
You see, FL Studio is just the best store out there. Just kidding. Welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm going to be teaching the boss, OI Productions, how to use FL Studio. So OI Productions went on his YouTube channel. He made a video of him trying to use FL Studio for the first time. I watched the video. I had a good laugh as I was trying to find his way around the door and software, trying to figure out stuff. And I was like, yo, OI, send me this project. Let me show you how it's done the real way. So guys, I'll be showing you how to make AfroBeat in FL Studio for the first time. That's if this is your first time. For the others, just enjoy this video. Let's head on into FL Studio and see what OI Productions did for the first time, his first attempt in FL Studio 20. Let's go. Alright, so in FL Studio, this is the exact project OI Productions sent to me. I have not touched anything. This is exactly how it sent it to me. Okay, not bad. So FL Studio users, we know the most important thing first when you sign FL Studio, the first thing first is get rid of Footy Limiter. Just delete it. That's the first step in using FL Studio. Get rid of Footy Limiter. It's not your best friend. You don't need it. Oh, it still has the default sounds in there. Let's go ahead and inspect the pattern. So pattern 1 was there, his drums or percussions. No, the drums are not actually bad though. So for this tutorial, for this video, I'm going to try my best to use stock sounds only. I'll try my best. It's been a while, but I think we can pull that off today. So next up was the clap. So in the video, I saw OI Productions fighting or having challenges to quantize. So in I think in Logic you said to quantize is Q, but for FL Studio we have two shortcuts for quantization. It's either you press Alt Q or you press Ctrl Q to automatically quantize. But the best is Alt Q. Then this is how I set mine. I take my start time all the way up, take my duration just halfway, my sensitivity all the way up also, then I accept. And when I play this clap, it will sound way more better. Definitely targeted to change, of sound. Pattern 3 was what? Not in pattern 3, not in pattern 4. He jumped all the way to pattern 5. Shortcut to delete empty patterns or to delete a pattern in FL Studio is Ctrl Shift Delete, then select OK. Then it has deleted pattern 3, it has deleted the former pattern 3, then shifted pattern 4 to pattern 2. Let's have visual representation. I can Ctrl Z that to bring back pattern, this pattern 3. So to delete that again, I'll just do Ctrl Shift Delete, and we've gotten rid of pattern 3 and 4 that was empty. So from pattern 2, if I scroll up, we'll get to pattern 3 is still empty. Let's go ahead and delete pattern 3 again. Ctrl Shift Delete and delete the former time. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, the bars. Let's listen to the bass. It doesn't sound bad. We'll work on that. Pattern 4 is what's empty. Pattern 5 empty. All right, so it just has this few instruments in there. Okay. Oh my God. His snap was not correct. Oh my God. So let's quickly fix that. So holding on Control and selecting the first track, we'll select every single thing on the first track. Okay. Now move it back again. So if I hold alternate, I can shift anything freely. No snap. My snap will not be enabled, so I can shift anything I want to it. So I want to bring this back to the beginning. You can as well just delete everything and just come here, set your snap to bar, or set your snap to a quarter beat, half beat, or a beat. So here I think we have this properly arranged. So if I go ahead and play this beat now, it should sound way better than it sounded before. That's better. We have the clap in time, we have the sound in time. Okay, so like I said, we try to stick to stock sounds. So OI Productions, if you wanted to locate your external sounds, it's as easy as just dragging and dropping the folder in there, drag and drop, and voila, it appears here for you. Another way to add multiple folders is go to options, go to file settings. Then you can just click this folder option, then locate wherever the folder is and add the folder here. It automatically pops up here also. That's another way. All right, so let's go ahead and go to the default FL Studio packs. If I remember, the nice packs were somewhere located, I think either it is legacy or there's another folder titled packs or something. I can't really remember, but there's where the good sounds were hidden. The nice sweet sounds were somewhere around here. I'm very sure we'll figure it out. So let's go to his drums and let's get rid of these other sounds we don't want. Just alternate, delete this. Yes. I definitely don't want this kick, so we could either work on this kick or find something better. Let's see how we could make this sound way good. Okay, I don't like that kick, so I'll send this to the mixer. Control L is shortcut to just easily send the sound to the mixer. Then I'll load up parametric EQ2. So I'm hearing a click. I like that part. I'll change this type to I want it to be a low pass. Okay, so another thing I could do to tighten up the sound is I think there's a plugin, I know there's a plugin, transient processor, so I could use this to tighten up the sound, the kick. Now this kick sounds way better than the former one. So I heard the clav, I want to change that clav also. So what we'll look for is I think it's either in legacy drums. Yes, legacy drums. These are the goated sounds in the stock goated FL Studio sounds. So here you could find so many percussions that people use even in their packs. So most percussions are gotten from here. Oh my god. So I'm looking for the bunk. This kick is even way more better. I needed this, so I'll replace this with this. This is a conga. Make it tighter. I could pitch it down a bit. Okay, for this one, I also want to flip it to a rim shot. A different kind of snare will be way more better, or even a different rim shot would actually make more sense. Go ahead and tighten the sound. Don't know one day. Just highlight here, right clicking and dragging on this time measure area here would help me highlight. Then I could just Ctrl B to duplicate, Ctrl D to select. Then I want to play with the velocities. Ctrl C, click here, Ctrl V. Now another sweet thing is in FL Studio, you can just swing the whole sound so that it has a tiny bit of delay in it. Go ahead and also duplicate this one, Ctrl B. Let me show you that again. So right click here, drag all the way back to highlight the sounds behind. Ctrl B to duplicate, Ctrl D to deselect. For the kick also, come here, right click here, drag all the way back, Ctrl B to duplicate, Ctrl D to deselect. So let's get a different, I think I'll prefer the shaker to replace the other one. This kick might actually do way better. Let's test it. Take it to the same mixer channel, Ctrl X to cut, Ctrl V to paste. So for the cabasa, I'll cut it, then paste it here. Sounds a bit too sharp. I'm going to pitch it down a bit. 400. This is the pitch knob here to pitch any sound, any sample. So for this shaker, I want it to have a bit of delay. I'm going to select this range tool here. Then under the time section here, I'm going to take the shift to about 3 o'clock. 9 o'clock. Leave it there. Now for this clap, I hate it. As if for something more subtle. I'm trying to remember back in the days when this were the only sounds I had. I think this is better. So what do we have now? I'm going to go ahead and shorten this pattern, then duplicate it. Let's go ahead and look for crashes. Yeah, I think this is better. Reduce the volume. So to create a new pattern in FL Studio, it's Ctrl F4. Then I could just put this pattern in here and just create something different. Control, then drag into highlight. Then also holding Shift. Let me repeat that. So Control, then highlight, then holding Shift, I could just click and duplicate and drop it anywhere I want to drop it. So let's use this. I think this should give us something better. So let's create a new clap pattern. Let's go. More sounds, more sounds. Let's go. So I think the most important thing is having control of your sounds. So that's why I do this most times, so that I'm in control of what I'm playing. I just tighten it. Ooh, nice live snares. You could do like a snare roll. So I'll go ahead and enable this keyboard so that I could play it without my MIDI keyboard. I'll get to the MIDI keyboard later. So I'll use this knob to activate turning your typing keyboard into a piano keyboard. So I'll get rid of it here. Let's go ahead and holding Shift and Alternate will make me duplicate and freely move it to drop it anywhere. So just do like this. Shift is back. So we have two different shifts on the keyboard. We have the left shift and we have the right shift. Now holding the left shift to do something does a different action entirely. Then holding the right shift enables the knife tool, which makes me to cut anywhere I want to. So if I hold the right shift and click and drag, I could just cut that out and we have this. So I'm looking for a nice clap to put a reverb on. Let's try this. I'll send this to the mixer. I'll load FL Fruity Reverb 2. So for sounds and instruments, I'm thinking I'm going to load up Flex. Flex has a lot of nice sounds. And guess what? It's a default plugin with FL Studio. Let's go ahead and load up Flex. I'm going to select the Alt tab, then search for bass. You should bring all the nice bass in here for me. Let's select this one. So I'll go ahead and copy this or cut it, Ctrl X, then paste it here, Ctrl V. Bring holding Ctrl and lighten everything, then holding Alternate, then using my mouse wheel to drag it down. Highlight all the velocities also, then also accordingly bring them down. Alternate and the mouse wheel. I'm going to take only the first part and duplicate that. So we'll split this bass into two. I like that this part should be on its own and this should be its own also. So we'll have this. We could also make these individual patterns if you wanted to. Just right click, just click normal, left click, and make unique. Once I make unique, it becomes a pattern of its own. I could also do that to this guy. Come here, make unique, make it a pattern of its own, get rid of his former ones. Holding Control, highlight, holding Shift, drag, and drop. Let's see if we could find better bass sound. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and load up a piano and try to figure out the chord progressions for this bass line. Let's go. So if this is your first time of plugging a MIDI keyboard to your DAW, to activate it, go to Options, MIDI Settings. Then if it's plugged in correctly and if there's any drivers that needs to be installed, most MIDI keyboards don't need drivers to install anything. So once it's plugged in, locate it over here, then select it, then click Enable. Once it's enabled, it should work flawlessly. So let's look for a nice piano. Ooh, this sounds nice. So Ctrl F4 to make a new pattern. I think I figured out the chord progression for the bass line. So to record in FL Studio, I think if you press record for the first time to ask you a question, but I've made F4 not to ask me that question. But basically, I want my FL Studio to record automation, notes, audio, clip. Usually I tick off automations. I only put that on when I know I want to record automation. So it's there for you. Then the other options, the note start time, the leave note duration, and automations, I leave them on also. So I'll select record button Then hit my pattern 7 here to make sure I want to record on this pattern. Once I press play, it does a pre-count, a count in for me, a one back count in, then I begin to play when I want to play. So to quantize, I'll go ahead and select this one apart from the last chord progression, alternate Q. Now I want it to also strum, so what I do is that I hit alternate S to do the automatic strum for me. Set it how I like it. I think I like it like this. Accept that. Then we have this. Control, highlight, alternate Q again. I'll go ahead and support this sound with a nice pad-like sound and stuff like that. I'm going to go ahead and load citrus, I guess. What? I didn't record that. No problem. I'll go ahead to tools, dump score log the last 2 minutes on this new pattern. Okay. So I'm trying to figure out the points where I started playing the melody that will fit in this beat. So here. That's what you get for forgetting to press the record button. Go ahead and press Ctrl L, send this to the mixer and add reverb. So I want to visit drums again. So let's add little log drum here. Load our good body DX10. Select the log drum sample. Log drum. So Ctrl X, take that to a new pattern so I can make it longer. So the major thing I have issues with right now is the chord progression. I want it to sound differently. I'm going to go ahead and still look for the right sound for this chord progression. Stock plugins only. Let's continue. Let me try FL keys if we get like a Rhodes or something. Woo! Oh, I don't think I need any other sound again because this is it. Just something to back you up. FL Studio, don't joke with FL Studio. So I'm going to try my best to see if I could imitate that kind of piano shaker right now. Let's still dig up a nice shakers. I'll just go ahead and search here. Start finding this folder, shakers. Woo! I know what to do with this. Reverb delay first of all. I want it to have I think half, then reverb. So I want it quarter, not half. So I take away OY's bass, then let's use the same bass to play something different. So on your master, the only thing I would advise you to load while making beats for things like this, for maybe excessive clipping, of course, crackles and all, I would advise you to temporarily load Fruity Soft Clipper just to avoid unnecessary clipping and all. Then once it's time to mix, you want to take it off, then mix a bit. I still feel the chords are missing something. I just have that weird feeling they're missing something. Probably just me overthinking or something like that. So for the parts, I'll quantize all the sounds. Then I'll put a note just at the 5th bar here. I'll take it off soon. Then Control L to drag the length of all the chords and notes played. Then I'll just adjust this last one. Bro, this is fire. This is fire. So, do I arrange it? Do I? Let me just do like a temporary arrangement. So, the beat probably start like this. So guys, we just flipped OI Productions' first attempt at FL Studio projects. I'm sure you tied to this first FL Studio beat or first beat ever or first beat or something like that. So we just flipped this into a mad Afrobeat amapiano jam. Do how to go to OI Productions channel, subscribe to his channel, turn on post notifications, same on this channel, subscribe, give a like if you enjoyed this video. I'll leave a link for OI Productions video of him, the first stage of this project while he was making it. I'll leave a link to that video. You guys go watch it, leave a like, leave a comment, tell him you're from veshbeats page and give him a shout out or something. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Big shout out to OI Productions for sending this project over and letting me teach him, the pro, how to make beats on FL Studio. I'll see you guys in another video. Bye.